Hello, and welcome back to yet another instance of Aaron makes something in code. Today, I've got a special treat for you. I have been working with Java. That's right, I've taught myself Java these past few weeks, and I have made something special. It's completely original. Um, no, I'm joking. It's a Minesweeper clone. Oh, I forgot to comment out some code here. This was just me trying to experiment with getting a display up and running, but I have not been able to get that working quite yet. So, oh well, I'll have to work on that in the future. But just a quick run through of what the code. Actually, no, we'll switch it up a little bit here. How about we run this? Yeah, and as you might tell, this is not Visual Studio Code. This here is IntelliJ. That's right, something new and fancy. So here we go. This is where I call the game board. We're going to make it just something simple, 10 by 10 with 15 mines. That should be good. Let's go ahead and run it. There we go. It's running away from me. And there we go. Okay, cool. So as you can see, clicking does nothing because this is in the terminal. This is all terminal based. But I do have some commands. So let's go ahead and click 0, 0. Oh, sweet. Okay, we got lucky. We revealed some corners. Let's go ahead and flag. That's going to be 2, 2. Okay, now that I know that that's a mine, click 3, 2. Click. Oh. Actually, no. Here, yeah. Uh-oh. I don't know how to spell. What's that going to do? Nothing. It's not going to do anything. It's saying, hey, that's pretty weird, dude. And it's not going to do anything. Uh, so let's say, okay, hang on. Click. Let's click 4, 2. Click 3, 3. Click 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Then flag 2, 4. Oh, that was the wrong one. What did I say? Oh, I said, oh. Oh, well, this is perfect. I've accidentally placed down a flag. I want to remove it. Let's remove the flag. Well, that didn't work. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I forgot about that. I coded that in. I coded it in to use the last coordinate point. So I tried to show you something fancy, but it didn't work out. Here's me forgetting what I've coded. But yeah, so it's got a remove function. If I say remove again, it's not going to do anything because, yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, and if we scroll back up here into this, so we see here, so this said that we've discovered 13 mines, or I guess quote unquote discovered, because we don't know if that thing right there is a mine at all. So then when we removed it, it reset the count back up to 14. And when I did that again, there was a bug that was pointed out to me by one of my peers. That it would just keep on going up, so it was possible to make an unwinnable state because it didn't check to see, hey, is this even flagged? It would just increment the counter. Okay, cool. Well, let's see myself blow up now. Let's just click everywhere. How about that? Click 99. Oh, there we go. Perfect. First one I clicked. Kaboom. Sorry, you blew up, and then it closes it out. Let's take a look at the bits of the code. And this does work, by the way. There is a win condition. I don't think y'all want to just watch me play Minesweeper on a terminal. I mean, I kind of want it. I kind of do. Um, but that sounds pretty boring for y'all. So we'll stay away from that. We'll come back to that later. Maybe I'll do some Minesweeper ASMR or something. But let's take a look at this code, right? So we have some code here. This is so. I'll start at the basic level, okay? No, I'll just walk through this. So this calls the board. The board is the game board is it's a little class that I wrote, or a class object that I wrote over there. And yeah, so I create a new game board, tell it the width, the height, and how many mines I want. It just preps a few input strings, and then it goes ahead and it prints the board. Well, in this loop, it prints the board. Oh, first I instantiate the scanner, so calling some of Java's native classes to or objects to get some functionality here. So prints the board. It'll check if the player's won. If not, then it will say, hey, let's get some input from the player. It splits it up into different bits, and then based on the command, it runs those right there using a nice switch statement. Let's look into the board. What does the board do? When I call the board, it creates this. So the board it pretty much stores a list of lists or an array of arrays. Of an array of arrays of nodes. So that's how I did my structure there. So the game board initializes itself. It's got all these generic variables. It stores the width, height, mine count, the board itself, all that jazz, just to keep itself running. Then it goes through. This is where it builds itself, and there's a handy little thing right here. So in the chord array, I keep track of every single coordinate point, and I'll show you why later on. That has to do with placing down mines. And as you can see, that's a list of, that's an array of, I guess, tuples, you'd call them. That's something from the start of when I was programming. That's the cheater board. It prints it out it prints out everything. It doesn't it doesn't hide anything. It just prints it all out. Print board. This is where whenever I print it, it says, hey, if it's flagged, the icon will be an F. If it's hidden, it's going to be a hidden icon. If not, then it's going to be that right there. And then that just keeps track of the tile count for its win conditions. And there we go, add mines. So I tell it to add, and this right here, this was one thing that I was going to try, but it didn't wind up working out, so I scrapped that idea. But up here, add mines. What I do is I take that coordinate list, and this was like one of my favorite things to code here. So it takes that coordinate list, or that coordinate array, converts it to a list, because I guess you have to do that. Converts it to a list, and then using Java's collections.shuffle, I can take that list that I just made, shuffle it around, and then just choose like the first, in this case it would be 15, the first 15 points, and then it would place a mine there, which I thought was pretty cool. Earlier I was just going to have it say, hey, get me random X and random Y, but then there's the possibility that mines would overlap, which would make an unwinnable game, because it would say, hey, I placed down 5 mines, but only 4 mines got placed down because, like, I don't know, maybe one of them overlapped or something. So that would make the game, unwinnable. Yeah. Populate count. Oh yeah, that goes through. It sets the count for everything. And then set count. I've got a bunch of try statements here because I just wanted it I just wanted this part to work. The reason why the try is here is whenever it says, hey, out of bounds, like, hey, this point doesn't exist in the array, I don't care if the point doesn't exist. I know that's kind of bad coding, but I don't care if the point doesn't exist, so I just kind of leave that alone. You can see all of these. It's angry at me that I'm ignoring the catches. But I'm doing that because I really don't care about that exception in particular. At least that exception I don't care about. So it goes through and it says, hey, at the point directly, this is, what is that, below? No, this is up. At the point directly above me, is there a mine? If so, add 1 to the count. Is there one top left, bottom left, bottom right, top right, and then all those times it adds 1 to the count, and then it adds that to its value. Reveal, that nothing too special there except for the cascading reveal. This is a recursive function call. Using this same logic up here, it goes through and says, hey, if I'm a blank, so if there's nothing in me, not even a number, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call myself again for everything. And again, same reason why I've got the try-catch blocks is because I don't care if it's trying to go off the grid. I just don't want it to go off the grid and don't want it to break down the game. So it's in the whole entire grid around it, it tries to reveal itself. And hey, if there's a 0 there, then great, reveal myself. If there's if there's a 0 there, great, we'll reveal that. If it's not flagged, then same thing. And yeah, it'll stop when it reaches a number. When it reaches a number, it'll say, okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to reveal any further, and then it'll do that. Set flag, nothing special. Remove flag, nothing special. Check win, again, nothing special. Just, I mean, I guess you can see that there, and there's the GitHub in the description if you want to see more. And then node is just a pretty basic thing right there. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun coding this just to mess around with Java. There's a few things that I still want to do. I really, really, really would like to make it so that this can play in not a terminal because that's kind of lame. But I can't. I didn't have enough time to, at least before I came up with this, finished it here to implement that. So I'm going to try to implement it later on. And yeah, um, can't think of anything else to say. And I mean, unless you guys want to like watch me play Minesweeper, I might just play. Oh, that's bad luck. Oh, bad karma, I guess. No winning tonight. That's gonna be it for all. Wow. Okay, that's gonna be it for now. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next. Oh, yeah, my next project. You guys are gonna be pretty excited about this. I think it's gonna be pretty cool, but no spoilers. So, um, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, and also if there's still, I don't know, some kind of copyright on the name Minesweeper, you can plainly see that I called this Not Minesweeper, so I believe I am legally in the clear. Yep. Peace out, guys.